can do better than that.
Are y'all ready for Master P?
Ready for Master P? Let's bring it up to Master P.
Are y'all ready for Lauryn
Y'all not ready for Ricky? Y'all not ready for Ricky? What about Greg?
There we go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just want the record to state nobody cheered.
I kind of noticed that,
when
but that's
they said your
okay.
name.
They didn't hear mine.
Okay, well, I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm kind of excited too.
Yeah. Greg, are you excited?
I'm excited.
Because we're excited to have you.
I'm a little nervous.
Glad to be here.
You should be nervous, Ricky.
Yeah, because I have to carry you, so I'm always nervous when I have to carry you.
Ricky, I wore my heels just to show people that not only do I carry you, but I do it looking good.
So, well, you do look nicer.
Thank you.
Now, I'm dressed in my whites because I had to stay in my room and do prep work for her. So that's the reason why I'm not dressed right.
And the difference is I don't need to prep because you stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. But anyway, we know you guys all came for me and Greg, and then Ricky showed up. But without further ado, we want to bring out Mr. Percy Miller. And if you don't know who that is, Master P. New Orleans own. Mr. No Limits on this way.
Right there?
Never come quick.
Yes, sir. Oh, that goes right there.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Act like you've been here before. So, question, how many of you have witnessed a Legends and Leapers session before? Raise your hand. Okay, all right, that's a good group. So just to kind of set the table, for those of you that have not been to a Legends and Leapers event before, this is Legends and Leapers on steroids because we have Master P. But what we try to do, we can clap for that. So what we try to do is we try to bring a legend with a leaper, the legend being someone who's established, and we all know who that person is. A leaper is someone who's not so established, maybe established, and we ask them a bunch of questions. They have no idea what questions, we don't even know what questions we're gonna ask. And we ask them questions and they respond and they answer. And that's what you're gonna get in this format. Now, we're not gonna let you ask questions, just in case you're wondering. But to kick it off, Lauryn is supposed to introduce the guest. But like I said earlier, she's not prepared. And so, Lauryn, are you prepared to do the introduction?
Very much so. I'm always prepared, Ricky.
Okay.
So, the way that we're going to do this, and if you have attended a Legends and Leapers, you know that I usually need my inhaler because the bios are so extensive that I have to catch my breath. But considering that we have these two individuals on this stage, and Ricky, no bios necessary, right? Like, people say, just Google me. You can Google them, okay? But this conversation is really not to get in depth about the things that we typically hear on a panel and whatnot, but to really understand these two individuals better, whether it be personally, business, etc. So I'm excited, and that was me reading their bios because we're going to get into it.
What did I tell you? Did that sound like she read a bio? So anyway, well, because you're not here to hear Lauryn or me. You're here to hear Master P and Greg, or We Dat, right? We Dat, right? That's what you hear. So you want to jump right in?
Yeah, real quick, thank you, Winston, for reminding me. If everyone could silence their phones, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. So my first question, actually, Greg.
Yes.
So Greg Tillery.
Yes.
Who, if you had an elevator pitch, who was Greg Tillery?
First of all, I want to start by saying thank y'all for having me. Greg Tillery is from New Orleans, Louisiana, the 7th Ward to be exact. I'm a graduate of Tuskegee University. Greg Tillery, out of college or during college, interned at Nike in Beaverton, Oregon, which landed me the job with Frito-Lay. I worked as a district sales leader for about 7.5 years. Left Frito-Lay when the economy got tough. Invested my 401k and all the money I saved up into a food truck that I knew absolutely nothing about. Brought it down to New Orleans, it blew up, and this was back when food trucks wasn't even a popular thing. From the food truck, I expanded to the only, for a very long time, African-American restaurant on Canal Street. And then from there, wound up opening up locations from here to California. Before the pandemic, I had about 10 stores. So, and then, Thank you. Greg Tillery also has a SKU of products following the Frito-Lay way. I have everything from sauces, spices, to box dinners that's in about 66 grocery stores. I'm just a humble dude. The name of my company is We Dat. We Dat is a together thing. We get a lot more accomplished together than we can by ourselves, and I live by that every single day. So that's who Greg Tillery is.
All right.
And before I go any further, I would like to acknowledge my mother that's in here, sitting right at the corner. And my brother Big Mike. So,
All right,
you know what I'm
Big
saying?
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, people affectionately refer to Greg Tillery as We Dat, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Yes, sir.
we'll be calling you We Dat.
That's cool.
All right.
All right.
That's cool.
So, Mr. No Limit Soldier himself. If you
Yes.
had an elevator, you in the elevator pitch, who is Percy Miller?
This is an elevator that you don't own.
Oh, yeah. Now, to be honest with y'all, my first thing where I'm at now is I would just pitch to God, because I know without God I wouldn't be here. And I come a long way, y'all. I grew up in the Callio projects. I lived with my grandparents, and most people make excuses. I named my company No Limit because I'm gonna be excuse-free. And a lot of people don't like you when you a hard worker. You know, everybody think they gotta be the most talented person in the room. You don't. But I wasn't. I was the hardest worker. I went from selling no records to selling over 100 million records. And I created a business proposal to my coming into the industry instead of being an artist. Because most artists, they get caught up in the art and they can't see the big picture, right? But as a business person, so I know a lot of people don't really know my story. At 19, I opened a record store, a retail record store, No Limit Records. And that's why, and also what I thank God for and give him the glory, because you got to have a why. My why was to get my grandmother out the projects, and that's why I worked so hard. And I realized as a young man growing up in New Orleans that I always find a problem. That's how I create a business. And so I jumped into the music industry because I felt like they didn't have black ownership. We was just talent. And so I wanted to change that and create an independent company, No Limit Records. And I'm thankful and blessed that I was able to feed my family and now dedicate my life to being a philanthropist. And went from Master P to Coach P and being able to coach the universe in New Orleans. So
So all of our lives, we go through ups and downs. There are pivotal points in all of our lives.
Yes.
And this question is for both of you. Can you pick, and you can't pick three, can't pick two, you can pick one pivotal point in your life that had that point not happened, you wouldn't be where you are right now? And how did it impact your life?
Well, for me, taking the wrong people with me. Think about it. I had some people that I know if I took them on this journey with me, I wouldn't have made it. And so you can't be afraid to cut the people off that's not right for you. And I feel like sometimes God will bless you too, even more so, because that might be your blessing and not their blessing. And so we be trying to take people with us that really don't have the same vision and the same values that we have. And so I realized that, like, it was this one person I know about that took them with me, I'd have went down. So I just thank God every day. I tell God all the time, show me the people in my life that's not meant for me. And it's scary because when you ask God that, it be some people close to you that you like,
Wait a minute.
I can't believe this.
Right. I didn't know that was going to be the person.
Yeah,
right.
that's my people.
Right.
No, when they show you who they are,
You got to believe them.
believe them.
The first time.
It be
Yes.
your own people.
Yes.
Wow. What about you?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I graduated from Tuskegee with a sales and marketing degree. I didn't go to culinary school. So I can't name just one pivotal point. I mean, I can talk about the pandemic. I can talk about the food truck catching on fire. I can talk about not having no AC on it. I can talk about breaking down on my way to New Orleans when I first got the food truck, investing everything that I had in it. I could talk about all of the people that done took from me. I could talk about all of the people that I've had around me that have done nothing but take from me. I could talk about, I have so many different stories. But for me, I mean, I would have to pivot off of that. Everybody can't go, and a lot of times you want people to go, like Onk said, you want people to go with you, and they don't have that vision, and you want it more for them than they want it. They don't see it until, you nationwide, you at AMAC, sitting on stage with a goat, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, man, you know what I'm saying? I wish I would have stuck around. So for
But see, that's why I made that song, right? They'd be at the TV, hitting the TV because you'd have made it. Like, man, he'd have made it.
Facts.
And so, think about it, y'all. We don't learn from wins. We learn from losses. And we don't lose, we learn. Think about it. We don't lose, we learn. The ones that are motivated, that's going to keep going, and this dream is not for everybody. So even when you talk about your food truck, right? Everybody couldn't go to the food truck. With me creating a company, everybody couldn't go with me because everybody's not prepared for what if this don't go the way you wanted to go. I don't like people that always say when you get into a business, right? They go count your pockets and then they say, think about it, y'all. The first thing they're going to say to you, oh, we do this, we're going to make $10 million. I'm like, what if we make nothing? Where you going to be? Oh, well, I ain't messing with it. Think about it. So y'all know most of the time when people say that we're going to make this amount of money, we really not going to make no money. And are you doing what you do enough to where you love it?
Correct.
And you passionate about it, and you willing not to make no money off. Because think about it, as an athlete, a basketball player, every basketball player is not going to the NBA, but they own the court, they work it every day. Same thing in business, because you don't know when your time gonna come.
Thanks.
And so I think a lot of these people leech on to you, to your dream, but if it don't go right, they fall off.
Right.
And so I just, anybody out here that's in business and starting a business, you got to invest in yourself. This is your dream. You can't let somebody keep telling you what they want and they ain't putting no money. I tell people all the time, you got no skin in the game. What you talking about?
Thanks.
Because most of them tell you how to run your business, what to do, and you say, hey, well, you going to put some money up? Oh, well, I just...
What had happened was, right.
I ain't got my check this week.
Hit me up on Friday.
It's just like, think about it. Y'all started my business with $10,000. And I be laughing at some of these people that come to me with these business ideas. P, we need $2 million. I'm like, man, I started my business with $10,000.
It's tariffs.
Yes, but think about this, y'all. They really don't believe in what they do.
No.
Facts.
Because they already put a price on it. We need this to make this money. You know it's not going to happen. But I'm going to tell y'all the one thing that I do in business, right? Every business I get into, I find a problem. So I feel like if I could find a problem with something, then that's the way you win, because the whole thing is to solve it. So that's just like somebody buying a fixed-up house, right? You're buying a fixed-up house because you know you're going to make some money off it. Same thing with a car. I might buy a used car and put the wheels on it, paint it up, and I'm going to sell it for more than what I got it for. And I think most people get into business, they want it all to be right. You're not going to make nothing if it's all right. Like you said, when you got into the business, people didn't believe or you had all these problems. Because I feel so many times, nobody look at me, oh, Master P. Yeah, they don't even want to see the stories. And the people that fell apart at the same time, they crying more than me, and I'm the one put the money up. I'm like, you sad, but I done lost the money.
That's a fact.
But yeah, y'all, it's
So we're going to get in your business a little bit.
okay.
Okay, both of you. So when you go home at night,
Yeah.
right? Because we don't see you at home at night.
Yeah.
And you take your shoes off and you get into your comfortable clothes. You're in your own, the privacy of your own home. What is it that you do that we probably wouldn't expect you to do?
For me, I mean, I'm just telling y'all, like, at first it was about me making it, being successful, and now me being humble and thankful and grateful. Like, I pray. Like, I thank God. Like, all the people I know that didn't make it, I know I easily could have been one of those people, right? So I pray, I meditate. I just spend time with my family. Like, I love that family time knowing that this is temporary. And I think how successful you is, it don't even matter where I live at. I live in probably one of the most prestige neighborhoods in the world, but when people die, the same coroner come and pick you up in the same plastic bag. Then somebody got $10 billion, then somebody have $2. It don't matter, and I'm thankful and grateful. And I think those are the things that I do, and I read. So I feel like wisdom is the most important thing that you can ask for. You could pray for, because everybody praying for money and success. But with the wisdom, when you look at the most successful man in the Bible, he prayed for wisdom, and everything else gonna come. So reading and meditating and just writing down the things that I want to do. Because I think when I write it down, I can see it and visualize it.
Make
And
the
I think
vision plain.
yeah, a lot of people don't. They like. And speaking positive on yourself. So I think a lot of people always say these negative words and want to be successful, but you being negative about yourself, how can you win?
So you don't like crack a bag of Cheetos and eat?
Nah, I don't eat
Pebbles or
Cheetos,
anything?
man. I eat rap snacks.
snacks.
You got our own Cheetos. You got our own Cheetos. Come on, man. With friends like this, you don't need enemies, huh?
That's rap snacks.
That's what I'm talking about.
We create our own products and brands, man. That's what we up here for.
All right.
Like, think about it, y'all, but we don't believe that we actually could do it. That's I'm glad he said that, because a lot of people always say that to me, right? And like you said, you worked at Nike, right? We can create our own brand. Commonalities, motivate oneself, encourage you independently to think. And that's what I'm talking about, us thinking outside the box.
Go ahead, show them the shoe, because they got to see that.
they
Yeah,
see
yeah.
So they know, but I'm just saying, like a lot of products I created, like you got to be ahead of the game, because now even the CBD drinks, right? We didn't have that, but we at the first I created, make them say, the drink. And so I call it, it's me time, when you want some me time.
Yeah,
And the water.
He drinks that before the meditation and the prayer. Yeah. When you get home. See, you didn't add that to your routine.
You know what? I ain't need to tell you everything. Some things you got to keep to yourself. So I started that brand, and I was able to reach like one of the biggest industry drink companies with a guy here, Bill Goldring. And so us being able to touch people like that and being able to do business with people like that, people of color, being able to reach out and mix it up and mango and have people believe in you, right? Because you got to be doing something that nobody else is doing. And so I created all these products and brands, because my motto is product outweighs talent. And that's why I told you, the talent gonna stop. Michael Jordan don't care about playing basketball no more.
It's true.
He's selling shoes. He on the golf course, creating all these different brands and doing all these different things. Why we can't do it? But when we look in the mirror, we don't believe that we could do this. And I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not saying creating a black brand. I'm just saying that we at the bottom of the totem toe when it comes to owning this, because we want to make products for everybody. I want to make a product owned by us, but for everybody. Other cultures don't make products just for them. They make it for everybody, for the world. And that's what I into, creating products and brands that everybody could use, but made by us. Because when you look at, what his name, who made the cookie?
Famous
Famous Amos.
Amos.
Right? Famous Amos made one of the best products in the world that was for everybody, but he sold it for $1 million. And then they went back and sold it for $2.6 billion. And Famous died with nothing. And we were still buying the same cookie. So it wasn't like somebody else changed the cookie. We buying the same cookie that we should have brought from us, that we brought from them. And I feel like that's what this is about, that we can educate the culture and create future leaders and teach us how to do that, because everybody want to keep the blueprint to themselves. Well, I got to keep this my secret. No, I told y'all this is a temporary light. At the end of the day, what are we going to do and what we going to pass down? That's what people going to remember you by. And so if you can't pass down nothing, then you fail. So that's what today is about, y'all. We going to fail all the time, but we saying we don't have to leave here failures, right? We can actually create something, build brands, build generational wealth, and pass it down to our kids.
See, y'all came for Master P. Y'all ain't know y'all was getting Coach P today.
Oh, yeah.
All right? Dropping all the
Definitely
shit.
don't get Coach P.
I love it. I love it. So Greg, you know, Coach P, we about to give him his own mic and just let him go.
No,
but
that's cool.
But
That's cool. That's Uncle P to me.
look, I'm trying to tell you, right?
So, all good.
Both of you guys, and I want to ask this question. I want to address both of y'all, right?
Yeah.
You, man, I was a little girl in Detroit, and you couldn't tell me I wasn't a no limit soldier, okay? But you became a mogul before we knew what it was, right? I feel like social media is now and everything else, but in the 90s, you started doing what we're seeing people do now, right? And I want to make sure that I give you your flowers because you had your hand in so many things while also being a very present parent.
Yeah.
So I want to give you your flowers because it's absolutely amazing. Greg, you talked about how, you know, you cashed in the 401k and said, I don't know nothing about no food truck, but we're going to try to make it, right? And all of the sacrifice that you made in that time. You guys are dropping some really good gems, but getting kind of to that little bit of that struggle, right? You've created so many different products. What's something that you failed, but it propelled you to be successful?
I mean, I can tell you, like I said, I didn't go to culinary school, so I failed with a lot of restaurants that I had. You know, especially when the pandemic happened. Like I said, I had 10 stores. People don't know because I never publicized it, but you know, I had to close a lot of my stores down. So I fail all day long. I mean, I take L's all day long. When somebody don't show up to work and I got to go take that shift, but I'm supposed to be at a meeting, I'm failing because, I mean, I got to sacrifice. If I got to pay this or pay that to make sure this is straight, I mean, you know, I got to do what I got to do. First of all, I'm from New Orleans. So, you know, that resiliency comes from within, you know, just from being from this city. And then when you see people like Uncle P that has done all of this stuff and laid the blueprint out, you know, for me, it's like, I don't have a plan B. You know, it has to work for me. So for me, like I said, I stay prayed up, like Uncle P said, I pray all day long. You know, I went to church this morning and one of the message last week was, you know, having a peace of mind. And when, you know, you asked the question before, you know, what I do when I'm at home, when I get off of work, because I wake up early in the morning, I might don't leave the restaurants or finish working until 2 in the morning, then I'm back up at 6, 7 in the morning. So what I do is, you know, I lay down and just look at the ceiling and just think, and I just pray to God that in the morning I'm not gonna have somebody that's gonna call off on me. You know what I'm saying? Pray to God that I ain't gonna have somebody that's gonna call off on me. So, you know, but I do a lot of reflecting. You know, I isolate myself a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, The Dark Knight is one of my favorite movies. You know, I feel like I'm Bruce Wayne in the daytime, I'm Batman at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm always ducked off in the cave or always somewhere where nobody don't know where I'm at, but I'm always thinking about my next move, thinking about what I'm gonna do thinking about like how I'm gonna set my family up, set my nephews up, because I don't have a wife to come home to. I don't have any kids. It's just me. I'm just in straight grind mode. So, but I do have 4 nephews and a niece that's on the way. Shout out to my little sister. Today is her birthday. She's pregnant with our niece that's about to be introduced to our family. So, for me, man, to be honest with you, all of this is surreal to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the neighborhood that I come from, 2636 O'Reilly Street off St. Bernard and Broad, I feel like the Seven Waters, the heart of the city. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I seen a lot of things that I feel like and was exposed to a lot of stuff that I feel like a lot of kids shouldn't have been exposed to. But that was the circumstances that I was dealt, and it's just like I know my mom's, working 2 and 3 jobs, never missed football practice, never missed a game, never missed this, never missed that. My grandfather still was cutting grass at 81, 82 years old, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's all about just working and working and working, but I'm gonna be honest with you right now, I'm trying to set up whoever's gonna come behind me, whatever the Lord has for me. And I was talking to a brother earlier today, and it's just like, like for example, from a marketing standpoint, I grew up with a sales and marketing degree. You can do all the marketing in the world. It could be commercials playing right now, but we all here. So if we don't see it, how you gonna know to buy it? So it's like, you just thank God for what you have. And like I said, man, I done made a lot of money and I done lost a lot of money. And a lot of that happening is because of the wrong people that I had around me. But, I feel like, like today the message was about grace and mercy. So I just try to give people the same grace and mercy that the Lord has given to me.
Got to.
And
Got to.
So, so I feel like, and I'm gonna tell you this too, Uncle P. Because we got so many stories together.
Yeah.
You purchased a record label for $10,000. I purchased a food truck for $10,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
And for me, it's like I don't know. It's just I'm just kind of like living a dream right now. It's like different things are happening. It's like when my faith is being tested, it's like I know that it's making me stronger. I done been in so many rooms. I done been able to cook for so many people around the world. You name it, I done been able to cook for them, from NBA teams to, NBA players to actors and actresses and all of this kind of stuff. Brother Ricky was telling me that Sid the Entertainer was here last year. And, I got a chance to cook for Sid at CBS Studios, in Studio City for the neighborhood when they were shooting, when I had my food truck in LA. So it's like, a lot of things that I've been through in my life is, like I said, it's like a dream to me, but I know that nothing is in vain. So I said all of that to say that I had a lot has been taken away from me, but I know this next time around when the Lord gives it to me, I know the way to move and the way to handle it. You know what I'm saying? So
Speaking of moving and handling, my advice to you, brother, is to never state that you don't have a wife to go home to and give your address.
Ricky,
Address in the
Ricky, don't
same
block his
spot.
blessing.
Well,
Ricky, do not block his blessing.
And your address.
Do not
in the
block his
same
blessing.
spot. No.
Greg is very intentional. Do not block his blessing, Ricky.
Brother,
Okay? He said what he said. Okay? That's where he grew up. So they can see that he was born in the darkness. But look at where he is now. Okay? Don't block this man blessing.
You got a lot of blessings.
Y'all heard it?
nah, thanks. I received that.
So here's my next question. and this is mostly for you, Master P, but you could probably respond to this too with that. So
Call him Coach P. Call him Percy. You can call him Master P, but I'm just saying, like, this Coach P right now. He coming with the
They don't want me to
gems.
grow up, y'all.
You know, he about to give you a mic and drop the music here in a second.
They don't want, it's crazy though when we talk about this. I just want to say this, right? We've been doing right for 25 years and having integrity. You see all these stories and all this stuff that's going on in the media with all these different people for us in the business and stuff, right? It's sad how the media don't glorify when you do right. They don't even want to see you turning in to be Coach P, and we've been doing all this for so many years the right way, and it's just not sexy. So that's what I look at, like when you talk about feeling, right? I feel like me changing my life, it made, because think about a lot of these people, these brands, they give all these entertainers all these opportunities because they still doing all this stuff. And I'm like, I changed my life. You're putting a lot of these people on TV, you're giving these opportunities, and they thinking, well, P, you ain't really worrying about the music no more. But I'm saying, so we can't grow up, and if we do right, because we're supposed to want to do right, have integrity, evolve, but they don't want to see that. They still want me to be the ice cream man.
Facts.
Think about it.
We appreciated him too, though.
No, I get it, but I'm saying you'll get a chance to say goodbye to him at Essence this week.
Facts.
Right? But think about all the stuff we done did in the boardroom.
Yeah.
We done challenged the world. We done challenged all these different cultures, saying that we can do this and do it successfully and do it the right way. For me to be a coach of a university, you imagine the different background screenings and all these things I had to go through. So I actually had to do right for a long time. And so, but they don't look at that like, we don't want to celebrate that. They'll rather celebrate, man, you still turning up. I could turn up, but it's like riding a bike, you don't forget that.
Right.
How come I can't turn up in corporate America?
That part.
That's a fact.
Let's be honest.
We here at the AMAC conference. That's what we do.
I'm saying. That's what we doing.
Yeah.
But we can't show that side to the people that they'll say you a square. So I had went to this high school, right? And I said, yeah, they called me a square. And I said, yeah, but I'm a rich square.
That part. So let me ask this one. This is where I was trying to go before she rudely interrupted me. But that's your relationship with Romeo is well documented.
Yes.
I mean, it's one of the great examples of black men I know in my lifetime. And you know, in the last several weeks and months, there's been a lot of social media banter about, you know, what LeBron James did to support Bronny James, and another example was Deion Sanders and what he did to support his son, and you know, it's been kind of mixed reviews on that. Some people criticizing, some people applauding it. I would like to hear your thoughts, given that, you know, you kind of went through this a long time ago with Romeo. And
So for me, right, I went through it with Romeo, being able to support him with his career, and then now I have other sons that's playing basketball. My son Mercy, they went to the national championship at the University of Houston.
Yes.
And he's just 18 years old, he's a freshman. But my thing is, what I learned from that is you have to teach your kids hard work. So the first generation, I just gave them everything. You know, I want you to have a better life than me. And these other kids, I taught them hard work. Like, nobody getting a car till you graduate. I looked at entitlement, saying you're not gonna have that. And so Romeo just was a hard worker, but most of these kids are not made like that. That's because being around me and seeing the things that I'm going through every day, jumping on planes, going to these different meetings, taking them with me, he's just a different individual. But a lot of my other kids, you know, when you're successful, the kids think they successful. Let's be honest.
That's a fact.
They tell, oh, well, your money is my money.
We, us.
And I always tell people all the time, right? That's like you say, what about if you fall off? That's you fell off, not they fell off.
Facts.
Right? And so now you have to teach those kids, because my younger son, a lot of people compared it, like, because we played Bronny James and played all those guys, so you look it up. My son beat that team, Sierra Canyon, like 4 times. And when they go and look at it, me and LeBron were sitting next to each other. LeBron said, who number 25 is? He a dog. I said, that's my son. He said, that's your son? What you do with him? Where you train him at? You know, because I use the same trainer he used. And so, but the kids gotta want him. Think about it. All this stuff is right there where you can see it. You just gotta feed it to your kids and support them. I told my son, if you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you get me up, then I'm gonna take you where you need to go. But if I gotta wake you up, we're not going. And so, think about it. My grandfather always taught me this, right? he taught me how to fish. He didn't give me the fish. And I think as parents, we get caught up, oh, I want to take my kid and make sure they got everything that I didn't have, and that's the wrong way to go. And so when you look at these different, that entitlement too, right? These parents be successful, and it also be harder on the kids because now they got to live up to the expectation of the parents, and that get them into depression. So I'm like, no, I'm teaching my kids, if this is something you love, I'm gonna support it. I'm not throwing you out on the front line saying just because you're my son, you should be good at this. And I think that's the way I look at it. And I think it worked because look at Steph Curry. So I played basketball with Steph Curry's dad. And Steph Curry used to be in the gym, even though they was already successful, but you could tell that he was passionate and he loved the game. So everybody don't do that. Sometimes we want to put our kids in position. And so I think that's when we feel, but they got to want to love what you do and mimic what you do, and then you support them. So I just think that's the thing that I do, and I'm not putting that pressure on my kids where they got to do whatever I do.
Thanks.
I just find it interesting that nobody on social media talks about how I helped my son, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I just don't get it.
You know, it's easy for you to put that out there. That might be a good thing because I wish some of the stuff you wouldn't put out on social media. So it's a gift and a curse. And I think what I love about this, right, we also now have to be able to live and survive in this era of social media where everything that you do is under the microscope. And that's hard for some people because some things you shouldn't tell people.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like your address and that your...
Yes.
That's where he grew up. That's not where he lives now.
He told his address. I didn't tell mine.
I ain't living that address in years. But I mean, I agree with Uncle Pete because to be honest with you, look, I was on social media back when Instagram wasn't a thing. If you go on my Instagram page right now, I got 22,000 posts.
Yes.
So like, think about like from a psychological standpoint, like me running a business, managing people, doing this, doing that, and I got to remember to post 3 or 4 times a day to get people in the restaurant. So like, especially it's still men's mental health awareness month, right? You know, it's to your point, Uncle P, like it's like surviving in today's society, people's realities, like everybody has their reality. Everybody has a brand. Everybody wants to open up a business. I was talking to the gentleman earlier today, and it's like, you know, what came up was the young lady that's floating around social media that said she needed rest, and then she didn't wake up. You know, and it's just like, you know, Uncle P just came from LA, and it's like the first thing they tell you when you get on the airplane is what? To put your oxygen mask on first. And it's like, if you don't take care of yourself, like, you know, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't my mama calling and checking on me and this, that, and the third, like, nobody don't know. And
they care when you're doing good.
Correct.
Let's be honest, they call it. So that's where you find out the fake love.
Correct.
The fake love start where they know you successful. Hey, I love you.
Yeah.
Something go wrong. Man, I told y'all that boy wasn't gonna be doing
That's
it.
a fact. That's a
you
fact.
be like, for real?
That's a fact.
And that's the thing that you gotta be strong-minded in business because you can lose it when you start figuring out when things go wrong, who you really have. I like how you said that you gotta be prepared because what if somebody don't call in this morning and say they're sick or they're not coming in, then you gotta be able to take, that's what a successful owner of a business got to do. You got to know everything and you got to fill in. But most of us just, this word we throw around, boss. I don't like that word, boss. Because the boss is really, he just telling people what to do.
Leaders.
I want to create leaders. And a leader going to help everybody. They're going to make sure, because even when you look at the things that I've done in business, the reason why God is constantly blessing me, because I bless so many other people. So think about it. I say, this is my motto. You're not a millionaire till you create other millionaires.
Facts. Big facts.
So we're not there yet, but at some point, this is going to wind down, and this 100, 150, couple hundred people in the room are going to leave.
Yes.
When they leave, what is it that you want them to not think about you?
Okay.
Yeah. To be honest with you, when
By
they leave,
the way, just so you know, an objective of Lauryn and I is when we ask the question, if we can get the guests to kind of look up in the air to think, then we've declared victory. Now, we can't tell if you did because you have the sunglass thing going on. That is a goal of ours.
To be honest with you, everybody gonna have their own opinion. So I really don't care what people think, but I want people to know that that my heart is pure when it comes to helping us evolve. That's what my life is about. That's what it's based on. It's not based on success. It's not based on money. It's about helping our culture. So I get up in the morning and I realize this is my most important job, to be a servant. And so if I could help serve others, the right people, because I'm not serving the wrong people. And I'm gonna give God that glory. I mean, because this is not about me. This is not like a selfish thing. I say the only boss I have is God. So I'm not self-made, I'm God-made. Amen. And so if people can't understand that, that's on them. I'm gonna show up. If I give you my word, I'm gonna show up, because I had a lot of things happen this morning. The plane, where it was like all these planes coming to New Orleans was canceling and all this stuff, but I still showed up. And so I just want people to show up.
They were nervous. I knew you were going to show up, but they were nervous. I knew you were going to show up, but they were nervous about it.
That's because when you're doing the right thing, I wasn't even supposed to be on the flight I was on to where they put me on there.
Made it work.
And so I feel like if I'm supposed to be here with y'all today, I'm here. And I take every day as a blessing, and to the ones that are not here, you know, because all of us, I mean, Winston, I just want to give this man a round of applause, man. I know he lost his mom and he's still here, bro.
Facts.
You in our prayer. So, and I want all of us to just appreciate every day and every moment and love the people around you, because somebody not gonna wake up one day. That's just how it goes. 100 years from now, nobody's gonna remember none of us. Think about it. That's scary. I don't care what you done. You think that you the most successful person in the world. I'm telling you guys, 100 years from now, nobody's going to remember none of us. So take this and appreciate it. And that's all I want people to do. Appreciate me while I'm here. You can't do nothing for me when I'm gone.
Facts.
I think there's some people that might remember you 100 years from now, Coach. I'm just saying. But
I think that like I'm on the same kick with you.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten to the point where it's in, I really don't care what people think, because everybody's gonna have their perspective on what they think or what they see, this, that, and the third. And but I do know this, and I was saying this earlier. One of the things that anybody and everybody can say, I was talking to my friends Arkebia and Crystal, and shout out to my girl Erin for putting me on this, for giving me this opportunity to be on this panel. Sorry. But you know, it's just like I can go in any neighborhood in the city of New Orleans and get love. And it's because people know that I do things in the community and I don't post it on my social media. So for me, it's about being a servant.
Yeah.
It's about planting seeds. And a lot of the seeds, a lot of the prayers that my mom has prayed for, my grandmother prayed for me. Like, again, like I said, that's the reason why I'm standing up here, sitting up here with all y'all amazing people, especially with Uncle P. Like,
When he said all y'all, he meant us,
including her.
on this side of the. Yeah,
I'm just checking.
He meant
I'm
me
just
and
checking.
Coach
I'm just
P when he said amazing,
Of course.
and then Ricky.
I'm just confirming.
I mean, and to be honest with you, just a lot of amazing people in this audience that makes a lot of stuff happen across the country, you know, that's not on stage. Right. So, like I said, for me, you know.
Well, I just want one question before we go in this, right? How come we don't have no University of New Orleans stuff in the airports? Who do I talk to about that? Because we in New Orleans, and I'm coaching University of New Orleans. I go to the airport, I see all these other colleges, and I don't see no University of New Orleans.
So, Winston got up. Look at that, convenient.
Hey,
We're gonna put all the New Orleans operators. We're gonna have them raise their hands at the end, and then you know where to
Where they at? Just park
ask.
them up.
So, Tosin, Winston.
because I'm with you on that because I want to get I got from seasonings to spices.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I want to get my products in all the concessions across the all.
We about to vote.
Who do I need to talk to?
Nikki, who else?
Hey, and you know what? How do I get We That's on the University of New Orleans?
Oh, that's easy. I got you. Look, I'm the president of basketball operations. I can do that.
Connect
You
me,
good
home.
on
Connect me, home.
that? Just think about it, y'all. Even in our arena, we got a 10,000-seat arena. Look what Deion Sanders was able to do
For Colorado,
for
correct.
Colorado. Imagine us. Like, everybody want to be in
And
New Orleans.
Jackson.
We're on the lakefront. We probably have one of the best logos they have in the game, you know? And it's like, we got to start thinking about us. I'm thinking, I also got to go to the airport. People, why I'm not welcoming the people into New Orleans on the billboards in the airport?
I heard you was the ambassador of entertainment in New Orleans.
He's the ambassador.
That's what I heard.
He's the cultural ambassador.
So you see Aaron right there? We're gonna, yeah. Don't worry, we got you. We got you. You in the right room.
I'm just saying, no, it's not, like, think about it, right? I'm doing something positive. I'm coaching. I ain't saying put me up as Master P. Put me up there as Coach P.
That's right.
So I can welcome everybody into our city.
Facts. Shout out to Mr. Dolio.
Yeah. I was like, where Kevin at?
Shout out to Mr. Dolio.
I'ma just throw this out here. You know, you go into the airport, you hear Kevin's voice and whatnot, and I feel like we need to be greeted by your voice as well at some point when I land. I agree.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Okay, so I wanna take a couple steps back, but we're gonna make sure y'all know who you need to know before you leave. But I wanna take a couple steps back, because you did say something. You talked about men's mental health, and I understand, you know, we at the end of the day, we're still human, right? We serve a mighty God. You guys are doing amazing things, having just servant leader attitudes, having a pure heart. But mental health is very important, right? And it's something that we do not talk about as minorities. And being in the limelight for so long, and you growing your business in the social media age, what has been your biggest challenge as far as your mental health, and how are you overcoming that?
I think, look.
I got him, Ricky.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, like I said, I have 22,000 posts on social media. I got 244,000 followers. My business insight, I'm probably reaching in a month's time 700,000 people. So whether people follow my page or not, they always visiting my page. Social media is social media because, you know, you have to, this is what I used to always say. I used to always say, look, I'm not in competition with no other business. Like I said, what God has for me, he has for me. So again, right now, if I'm in a state whereas in my business may not be doing the numbers that it used to do prior to the pandemic, well, guess what? That's just the season that I'm in. And it's just sometimes, like I said, when I said about isolating myself and not having that comfort, I didn't say it just to say that I just didn't have it. I mean, I said it because I'm in grind mode right now because I'm trying to set something up. So a lot of times that just forces me to work harder. And one thing that I realized, like preparing for this, like I didn't do anything. Like this past week, I went to Thursday and Friday, I went to 2 funerals. And, you know, it's just Friday night, I didn't do anything. Saturday, I didn't do anything. I just sat at my house and I just watched movies. I watched the movie Straw, you know what I'm saying, which everybody was talking about, which was an amazing movie. And it's just like, that's what I do. Like I listen to music for inspiration. I look at movies for inspiration. Like The Founder, which is the McDonald's movie, is one of my favorite movies to watch. So like if I'm in, 300 is another movie that is one of my favorite movies to watch. And, you know, I just think and I just, you know, just try to do things that's going to take my mind off of work. And again, like I said, let me tell you, this is what I know. when things are not going wrong, I don't have to ask God why they happen. Because he already puts it in my mind why it's happening. Oh, you don't remember 15, 20 years what happened? And it automatically, oh, all right, okay, I get it, I understand it. So it's like me just doing and being obedient and doing what he's asking me to do and different things that he may not want me to do. If I do that, then I'm gonna get the blessings and get to where my heart ultimately wants to be at and where I wanna be at and where I wanna see We That's at. I wanna see We That's across the country. I wanna see my products in every grocery store across the country. I come from working for the biggest salty snack company in the world. And like they had 70% of the market share, which is why I was so impressed with Uncle P with Rap Snacks, how he penetrated the market and was able to get, you know, roundies and get end caps in this store and that store. Like I thought that was very impressive because that's what I was taught at Frito-Lay. So like I said all of that to say, man, that, you know, look, for me, I'm just living in my purpose. I'm gonna just keep on just treating people right. Like I said when I first started, We That is a together thing. We get a lot more.
But now she's saying, what if it go wrong? How do you hold up? Because as black men and black women, right, mental health is real. It's scary when something don't go right. What do? We go in the room, go on the dark side, and we don't talk about it because even you got to be successful. And me as being a successful person, right? I never sit down and had counseling, all the trauma, all the stuff that I've been through, because we don't think that's cool.
Right.
Think about it, even medicine, a lot of people are self-healing. That's why you see a lot of people in prison. When I went to Angola and I asked the warden, I said, what most of these men in here for? He said, man, some of these men is good men, but 90% of them was self-meditating and they was on drugs or alcohol and they don't even know the crimes they committed. And so, but we don't know what we go through, right? Because it's even the military. We got a bunch of people. I look at Mystical right now. Mystical incarcerated. He was in the military. Nobody stopped and helped those people. My brother incarcerated. He was in the military. I just hear them telling me these things that, man, we had to go in here and just shoot and do this. I've seen my friends lose their life when we come back home and just back into society. So it's scary because even in our town where I grew up at, right, if somebody has, like we call it mental issues now, and we deal with it, right? But back then, they call you crazy. They lock you up in the closet. Nobody want to see their relative come out. They know they got somebody in the room shaking and doing this. Like, sit them in the back. The people come in. And it's like, no, what if you just got help?
Yeah.
And so I think that we got to stop being afraid. You're not alone. It's happening all across the world. They got people that run big business, gigantic business, that's deal with mental illness, right? And so I want to change that, even though it's that time of the month. Now I want to change it to mental strength. Because I feel like if we all could come together and lay our problems on, because think about it, sometimes you do want to give up, because I be hearing stuff from people, I'm like, I can't believe they said this. And I'm really trying to help these people, and this is the way you feel. Like, I'm with the police chief with me right now, right? Imagine what this man, as a black man, what he go through.
Yeah.
He get out here, do all this good stuff and help people. And when I looked at Chief, I'm like, man, you dealing with stuff? You got people stressed out. You trying to do right, help the people on the lakefront, do all this stuff, make it safe. And then the people say, oh, well, you going against our people. Like, you can't win for losing. So it's almost like you don't know what to do. So you definitely gonna have to deal with it. Mentally, when you got to get home with yourself, right? Think about all the failures that you know that this is happening because of the pandemic or something going wrong.
Hurricane Ida, the Hard Rock Hotel, all that stuff I had to deal with. But that's why I said, for me, I sit in a room, I pray.
Yeah.
I watch movies. Like, I listen to music. That's what heals me. Yeah. Like, I make sure I'm in church every
Sunday. But they got some people, for them, they gonna go crazy. They gonna turn. No, let's be real. If they lost, I know. Let me tell y'all something. So I'm in California, and I'm with this company. I ain't gonna say the name, but this guy used to, at one time before the hurricane and for all this bad stuff happened, this guy was the #1 car guy in the country. There's a black guy. He had all these exotic cars. I go buy cars from him all the time. I send all my friends there. So it came down to a time, right, to where people wasn't buying expensive cars like that no more. He called me and said, P, I'm down to my last $10 million. I'm broke.
Crying from the yacht. Crying from the yacht.
Bro, this is serious, right?
Nah, real talk.
The man say down to his last 10 million. I say I started my business with 10,000 now.
That part.
Real talk. Seriously.
The man killed himself.
No.
His wife tell me, P, I want to dig him up because I can't get my insurance money. So I'm like, look at us, the thing, like $10 million because he had hundreds of millions in the bank. And like I just told you, it's temporary. We can't take this with us.
No.
But look at the mindset. He couldn't last 1 minute. Now this guy come from nothing. And I'm like, how could you say you're down to your last $10 million?
I want to get to my first 10.
That's what I'm saying. They got a lot of people though. Right. That's you already successful. I think you trying to compete with the Joneses and think you got. I never look out the window and say in my neighborhood, oh, they just got this kind of car. They just did this to their house. I'm like, thank you, God, for whatever I have. I'm appreciative.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you're living in prayers that you prayed all those years ago.
But you're worrying about, some of us worrying about the wrong thing. Think about it, if you had $10 million. I've never heard nobody say they down to their last $10 million.
Nah, me neither.
I'm not in that tax bracket yet.
Me neither. Me neither. I mean, I think that you, but again, like you said, it's people's perspective, especially with the world that we live in, and everybody is trying to keep up with each other, and everybody is comparing themselves to each other. And it's like, if we living in a world like that, it's like, that's gonna happen. That's why, like, for example, I saw a statistic that it's been like from January till now, like over 500,000 suicides.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's because of, unfortunately, social media.
Yeah.
Because social media is a gift in one hand and it's a curse in the other.
Depending on how you use it.
But think about you trying to live with the Joneses, but imagine, that's what I was saying too. I want you guys to know, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. Don't be afraid to get counseling. Don't be afraid to take this money and take advantage of this and say, no, whether you white, black, Asian, Latino, Indian, this isn't a people's thing. Right now, I want us to know, like, I don't get into whether somebody, I just want good people around me. And I just think we got to be able to share that information with each other. And like, even the way you heal, the average person don't know. Like, what if I just sit down and listen to some music, call up somebody, and live in the truth, right? Some people really don't want to live in their truth. And I was trying to explain to the guy, but I wasn't that close to him. Like, man, $10 million? Dog, you good.
Right.
But somebody that has 200 million, they thinking, oh, this is it after this because they paying bills. And so that goes with financial literacy.
Correct.
But your mental is the strongest thing because you got a weak mind.
Yeah.
And education is so important. That's why I said wisdom, pray for wisdom, right? Because if you don't have that, then you in a panic mode all the time.
All the time.
And so I just watch so many people come up, like you say, business, y'all, is like a seesaw, go up and down. A lot of other cultures fall off too. Just what you were saying, they just don't speak about it.
Right.
Or they might have somebody rich that pass it down and say, I'm going to help you. In our culture, that's why I say mental illness is real. Because in our culture, if you fall off, oh man, you done. You toe up. Yeah. What happened to you?
Kick you out, you down. Yeah.
And then as soon as you come up, oh, that's my boy. That's my people.
We made it.
We made it. So it's like you got to, but that's why mentally, y'all, you have to be prepared to be alone. At the end of the day, you're going to be in your business by yourself. You're your best investment, and don't be afraid to be alone.
What does that preparation look like for you?
That preparation looked like for me, right? I got thousands of people with me when it's going good. Now I got to prepare when it's going bad. I'm going to be by myself. And I'm not afraid of that because I started by myself. And most of us going to go by ourselves. And so you can't depend on people to where your whole business is done because you feel like I need these people to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like that preparation, I prepared to be by myself. No matter what, no matter how good it is, I still know that somebody gonna disagree with something. Somebody gonna think they created my business or made my business. I tell you all the time, if you made me, go make you. Think about it, that's the craziest thing in the world. I made you, but why you didn't make you?
Yeah.
You that nice that you gonna make me and you gonna be Pope.
Why
But
you
you
put
gonna
your
blow
mask
my
on first?
business up. Think about it, y'all, right? I'll be like, man, you a genius. You made me. When you gonna make you?
Put your mask on first.
That's why they say,
Right,
put your mask on first before you help somebody else.
Yeah.
Even the kids, put your mask on first before you, I'm like, they give you a little mask for the kids.
Yeah, facts.
But I'm just saying, that's the mindset, y'all, that I'm looking at, like, we don't understand, and that's a lot of preparation, like you
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
Being prepared to be by yourself, because I told, the reason why I'm successful, I said, this is my preparation. I want to be successful as bad as I want to breathe.
Facts. I said that before. Oh, damn.
Bad as I want to breathe, that's how successful I want to be.
I done said that before. I put that on everything I love.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
and that's the model, that's the preparation.
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like if I ain't breathing, then I ain't got a chance to get up, because I can feel.
Facts.
I'm going to feel so many times. I done feel so many times, but I turned it around. And I didn't look at it as a failure. I look at it, I learned something. It's a lesson.
It's a lesson.
And so I just keep getting these lessons, and I feel like I got more to do.
So let me pivot to another question before we do closing.
Yeah.
So both of you want to make this world, this universe, a better place, right?
Yes.
I think there's we can agree on that. You may have seen the movie Sinners, right? Where they had a twin, right? There was a twin. That was an amazing movie.
Yes.
So if both of you had a twin, and your goal is to make this world a better place, would that twin be a duplicate of you or another version of you?
First of all, shout out to Michael B. I was shout out to him because that was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get an Oscar for that, it's gonna be a problem.
Or Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah. So they did an amazing job.
Ryan.
The director, the whole cast did an amazing job. I actually was blessed enough to cook for Michael B a few times while he was filming. I didn't know what he was filming, but I got a chance to cook from him. And he ordered off of Uber Eats when I didn't even know, but I was relayed that. So that's a blessing. But my twin, I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't want them to be, it's like, Uncle P got sons and daughters. I would want my twin to be better than me because I made so many mistakes not having the proper leadership and guidance in my family to show me how to be a man, to help me to avoid a lot of potholes that I fell in. So for me, I would want him to just be better than me. I would want him to look at what I'm doing, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like I have a little brother, well, I have two little brothers and a sister, but I have a younger brother that looks exactly like me. But we 3 years apart. And he's been married for 10 years. He has 2 sons. He's an amazing father. He's an amazing husband. He's just doing everything that when I was a child, I dreamed of. I thought that was going to be my path. So for me, like I said, I would just want him, all my sons, or whoever, I would just want them to be a better version than I am. But I still have work to do within myself. And that's why it's so important to surround yourself by people like Uncle P, Juggy, my boy Mike, because iron sharpen iron. So, I'm just, where I'm at, like I said, I just, I'm trying to be the best man that I can be, make my mama proud, make my family proud, because ultimately I'm understanding that, I am a representation of them. So in the streets, when people see them, they see me. You know what I mean? So for me, I just, I would just want them, like I said, I would want my twin to be a better version of me. Like, that's it. That's what, I would want. So go ahead, Uncle P.
I like what he said, iron sharpen iron. If I had another me, and we could fight all these haters out here, boy, we'd be dangerous. We'll be dangerous. Lord, just give me one more of me, that's it. And we could take on this world.
Facts.
That's what I want to do, to be honest with you. And I'm blessed, I'm thankful. I really don't have to have a twin, because then it'll be 2 of me y'all got to deal with. And that'll be bad for corporate America. For real, because I
Double
look
the
at
ideas.
because I look at Harriet Tubman, right? Harriet, man, it was 2 Harriet Tubman. All the slaves she freed, right? I'm thinking, man, if I could do that in business and show people how to start their own business, build their own brands, and then we could take away a lot of the crime. Because a lot of us, I'm just being honest, I met a lot of good people in the ghetto. They just ain't had the money to work with or the tools,
resources,
the
yeah.
resources. Think about it, like these were some good people. And then I seen them turn into bad people because they
It was the
desperate.
only option.
Yeah, it was desperate. Like a lot of my friends, they went to jail during Christmas time. But you get 15, 20 years because you done broke in a store and you done robbed somebody. But guess what they could
Trying to give gifts for the
I'm trying to get some
kids.
gifts for my kids.
Yep.
And I'm like, this was a good dude
Yeah.
that had a job and then just panicked. And so I just feel like that's what if I had a twin, we could take on. I could be in more places. Like I didn't have to be here today. My twin could have been here.
What would your twin name be, though? You know what I mean? We had a whole
Y'all
intro.
ain't gonna know. Y'all ain't gonna know.
Oh, no, identical.
But you gonna be up there jumping
look.
around with Master P.
Yeah,
They
it's facts.
could be my twin.
And not even knowing. It's not
Not even
Percy.
knowing.
It was Mercy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's me. You know what? I just wouldn't change nothing. I just thank God put me through everything He put me through for a reason. And I think that I'm grateful. I'm humble. And if I had another me, danger. That's all I could say. We just be fighting the world because it's like when we talked earlier, right? Even us changing, people don't want to see the growth. They'll go make up, and they'll tell you everything about my past, but they ain't gonna tell you what I'm doing
Now.
I kept telling people you can't change the past, but we can change the future. And we so hard on each other.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, us as a culture, we are hard on each other and we accept everything else from all these other cultures. But when we trying to do something, because I'm going to tell y'all something, I'm thankful that you guys made me go create Miller Family Foods where it's healthy. And now I get it. But at first, when I put the cereal out, oh, well, P, you got sugar in your cereal. I'm like, every
sugar got sugar in the cereal. Ain't nobody eating it. If it doesn't,
I'm like, who eating it? Because y'all spending $10 billion, but y'all telling me I got sugar in my cereal. I'm like, I thought that was cereal supposed to be.
Right.
But y'all did push me, and I created more cereal with no sugar, healthy. And so, but they still selling their cereal.
Right.
And that makes me be like, is y'all doing that just because it's me? With it because y'all still buying Snickers, y'all still buying all this other stuff?
Kool-Aid, yeah.
You know, think about it. And so, but I love that our culture keep pushing us. And it makes me go do other stuff, but I still go, sometimes that stuff could have your mental messed up. Because I'm like, man, I ain't even selling as much as them
That
yet.
part.
But they pointing the finger at me, and I'm just getting started, and I'm giving back. I'm helping all these people, because my motto is the more I make, the more I give. So y'all don't even want me to make nothing.
Facts.
And then don't buy your sugar-free cereal.
It down when I put this out.
Right.
They better buy this.
That's
That's what they want.
So,
Can I say something?
Go for it, please.
I'm just glad you're not a twin.
Because
Because I love you so much.
that was so uncute.
Yeah, I'm praise God.
I know. I love your parents. Yeah, I do love your parents. So a closing statement.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna close after his statement.
you want to close after this?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. You closed it.
Yeah. No, you go. I want to make sure I have the last
No,
word.
you go.
No.
You go first.
Y'all need twins.
Go ahead, Ricky.
I forgot my question now. So in closing, so we have this audience here at this AMAC conference, and if something's keeping them up at night, it's what's going on in Washington, right? Because it's created so much uncertainty around programs that have supported a lot of the people in this room. We talked about mental health earlier. I mean, that could have an enormous, impact on the mental health of people in this room. So in your closing, can you can you give this audience hope? Can you inspire them? Can you give them a message that will allow them or enable them to kind of push through this crazy period that we're going through?
Yeah, because I think about it, right? We done got through so much, the ones that are still here. We can't let these times, because even when we look at, even in the Latino community, right? I got friends in the Latino community that just scared that they might not, they got business and they running all these things but I'm afraid to open my doors because I might get taken away. Mm-hmm. I feel like if we stick together and we're gonna have to stand up for something, because if you stand for nothing,
Fall for anything.
Malcolm X.
And so I just love that when I look all around the world, I see all of us together. It's not like a black on black thing, and then this white, black, Asian, Latino, Indians, everybody. We all in the middle of the streets now, standing up the same way in business. We can't let our business fail because we're looking at what we're going through. These times are going to overcome. If you go back and look in the Bible days, all the things that happened, we can't be afraid. You got to be able to see that these gentle giants out there, they can't stop God. I mean, he's we look at the devil, he the father of lies. But when you look at all those gentle giants that we was afraid of, it took us 40 years to get over. We finally got over it. But I look at the same way. We shouldn't take us 40 years. We can't be afraid to do what's right. And I think if we keep doing what's right, this time gonna pass. This time gonna pass and we're gonna be all right. And I'm not trying to point the fingers at people. I'm just saying, you know what? We do what's right for our people, we're gonna get over this. And I think that's the thing that we gotta keep praying. I mean, we gotta be prayed up, because I feel like if God could touch the hearts of kings, he could definitely touch the heart of any of us, of any people around here. So I think we just got to keep our faith and trust in him, because he's going to turn it around. Think about it. Some of them people that's doing evil, they'll turn, and next thing you know, they'll be, hey, I'm going to take care of all these people. And that's just how it happened. Yeah. Look at the kings that was
Adversaries to your footstool.
Yeah. And so I just feel like that, y'all. We just got to stick together, stay strong, and stay prayed up. And I feel like this time is going to come.
And I'm going to piggyback off of that. It's funny you said that, because per the conversation before everything started, I was saying, especially us as a people, African Americans, back in the 60s and 70s, that's when everybody was together. Then I remember a time of me experiencing the pandemic when COVID happened. Mm-hmm. And I remember that's when everybody was together. Then you look at a situation when they try to cut the programs, the DEI programs, and one of the biggest retailers, I don't need to name their name, everybody knows, lost billions of dollars.
Still don't shop there.
Because we came together.
Yeah.
So I said, piggybacking off of you, first I'm gonna say this. If you have an idea, no matter what that idea may be, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Yeah. Okay? Don't let nobody because when I started my food truck, people in my own family told me, why are you quitting Frito-Lay to start this food truck? So I'll tell you this, that one, again, like I said, We Dat. That's what my brand stands for, is a together thing. Yeah. Stick together, help each other, even when you feel like they don't deserve your help. Even if they did something to ruffle your feathers, even if they hurt you. Again, the message today, and I am not no preacher, was about grace and mercy. Everybody deserves grace and mercy. So when you plant those seeds, again, to your point, Uncle P, can't nobody stop what God has for you. So you have.
But think about it, right? We got to stop being afraid to be uncomfortable. Think about it, because what happened after being uncomfortable, then we comfortable. We grow. We grow, so think about it. We're going to get better after this. That's how I feel about this. I just think all these fear tactics and all these things, even during the pandemic, we was afraid of COVID. And a lot of people had to get the COVID shot and all this stuff. And then we look like, oh, the man that said that, he didn't even get the COVID shot. That was a scary moment. Right? And then we go look, and then we lost all these people, and we see it, and we like, man, when did I do the right thing? So that's why I said, because we don't know. But one thing I know about being uncomfortable is going to push us to another level.
Thanks.
And I just feel like all of us is gonna grow, and we're gonna see our business grow. I mean, it might take a couple years, but it took those people 40 years back in the day. It's not gonna take us that long.
No.
And you mentioned 40 years, so I'm gonna ask the closing question. This is AMAC's 40th anniversary.
All right.
Okay, so everyone in this room is standing on the shoulders of giants, right? The programs that we're talking about. The programs that we're talking about, right? They weren't even here 40 years ago, to your point, right? You're talking about 40 years. So you, again, I gave you your flowers earlier, I'll continue. Being a mogul before most of us even knew what a mogul was. You creating a food truck before the food truck craze. There are so many people that are standing on your shoulders and your shoulders, right? But whose shoulders are you standing on?
I can answer that. It ain't about me no more. I'm standing on God's shoulders. I don't even want. Every decision I make, I'm asking God to lead me. Like, this bigger than me. I couldn't be here if I was standing on man's shoulders. I'm cool. Like, this, I'm at a different level now, right? I'm standing on the biggest giant shoulder, and it ain't man. So I'm asking God to keep leading me on this journey, and I'm more because, think about it. When I first got into this, right, I didn't know what tithing was, none of this stuff. I was like, man, I ain't about to get nobody my money. I done worked hard, bro. When I found out, oh, you tithe, and then even bigger blessings start coming back to me.
100-fold. Talk to
So
him.
I got to keep standing on God's shoulder. That's it. Yes,
Amen.
Lord.
Amen.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I'm gonna let Uncle P close it out with that.
Yeah.
Like I agree. I mean, my faith is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing with everything that I've been through. That's the only thing that has kept me sane and has kept me going. Is my faith in God and just knowing that He has me. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm standing on God's shoulders as well.
Yes, sir.
So.
Standing tall on his shoulders.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
So with that, let us thank Master P, Coach P, and We Dat for the amazing wisdom and insight and an inspirational message today. Let's give them a round of applause.
Make them say, na 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 na. That's all I wanted to do. Thank you.
I'm going to see you at Essence on the 6th.
There you go.
Oh, also, before y'all leave, y'all got to buy tickets to come to my first game November 8th.
Oh.
November 8th at the Lakefront Arena.
Okay.
Coach P. So, November 8th.
November 8th.
November 8th.
And then where are your We Dat locations? So, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Coach P, that little commercial is going to cost you $1,500.
But that wasn't a commercial. I'm just letting my people know. I mean, with friends like this, you don't need it.
Right?
Ricky wasn't around 40 years ago.
No, he's standing on his shoulder.
Y'all see how we changing? We about to put Ricky on our show.
I be carrying him all the time.
But we got a location in New Orleans East. We got one right on Canal Street, right across the street from the Jung Hotel, and we just opened up one in the Riverwalk. So if you stand at the end of Canal Street, we right above Cafe Du Monde. So you know, I'm gonna be side by side with him for Essence. You know what I'm saying? Congratulating him. He's a pillar in the city. I love him. He's my mentor. Like I said, I got so much respect for you, Uncle P. I'm so proud of you.
Yes, sir.
Especially, you know, taking, you know, over UNO and turning that program around. I know you're gonna do great things. And November the 8th, I'm gonna cater the food in the back to the players. So I got you.
We have enormous respect for you, brother.
Winston, he always talk about he played basketball and say, no, I don't believe it.
Thank you all for coming out.
Thank you guys so much. And then the bus is for the welcome reception.